I, 30M, was born with a bone missing in my arm. As a result, I only have one digit. If that wasn't enough, it was in a fixed position with my digit up in my shoulder, and the ligament and tendons didn't really develop, so I can't straighten my arm. My parents were great at making sure I would be independent and able to live by myself. Some things I physically can't do, like tie shoelaces. For the most part I can cut anything by myself, but I struggle with doing fine dices. Every other month or so, my mom will finally cut some veggies for me, usually onion, celery and carrots, so that I can freeze them. I asked her to do this when I lived on my own for the first time because I was fed up of sending onions flying all over my kitchen if I use a knife, or it turn into mush if I use the food processor. When my girlfriend, 28F, started dating, she told me that she couldn't cook but also didn't have an interest in learning to cook. I said this was fine because I like to cook, so when she moved in I became the de facto cook. She has never expressed a problem with my mom cutting vegetables for me. She actually preferred it, as she has said she couldn't cut them finally for me. Her brother 35M is currently staying with us and has been for the last 4 weeks since his ex threw him out because of how lazy he is. He doesn't have a job. I don't think he has for the 3 years I've been with GF, nor is he looking for one. He also doesn't help around the house. We were his last resort because no one else would take him in, not even their parents. My mom came over yesterday with the freezer bags of diced veggies for me. BIL was annoyed when he saw my mom with the veggies because that morning GF and I had spoken to him about not being so lazy and get a job because, as an adult, and needs to stop relying on people like a child. GF's words, not mine. He was annoyed because he saw me as being a hypocrite because I was getting my mom to cut things for me like a child. After my mom left, he accused her of mollycoddling me and treating me like I'm incompetent. For me this was a cross line because this is something I physically can't do and my mom is just being helpful. I told Bill that I wanted him to leave and that he was no longer welcome in my home. GF moved in with me to my house. GF was upset that I asked her brother to leave as I made a decision without her input and left with him. Since Bill and GF left, I have texts off him and their family accusing me of being a mommy's boy, telling my need to cut the apron strings and cut my own vegetables like an adult. GF hasn't answered my texts. AITA for telling my Bill to leave.